Okay, so we've cut the plastic around it, made it look nice and neat. He's gonna cut the actual window out. Okay, so we're gonna hamburger the plastic on, furring strip over that, put the hinges on, and Viva Las Vegas. So you notice on this greenhouse we're working on, we've put the wood chips up really high on the west and the north side. Got these cute little dollar lights from the dollar store, lights it up at night. So by mulching around this greenhouse as deep as we do, it really holds that heat in well. So we can have tomatoes outside right now. And then there's the window that's open. And there's our large Hobbit Hole Greenhouse. Works like a charm. We are at our favorite store, Home Depot. We're gonna get the supplies to make some greenhouse windows because we know summer's coming. It's gonna get real hot and we can open these greenhouses up and ventilate them really easy. Okay, so Eric has the furring strip and he's gonna grab some nice ones. Let's take a look at the price. $1.75, that's a real good deal. And we got our 2x4s, they're $3.60 a piece, so we're so far around about $12. Got our hinges for the windows and our hook and eye so we can close the windows up on really cold nights. Okay, so I think with all these materials we're gonna be under $20 to start the window. We have some greenhouse plastic sitting around outside. So let's see how cheap we can do this. All right, so it comes to $23.34. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is kind of a square 2x4 section that we can cut into and attach the window. It's getting really hot in here. We have one window already, but it's going to be better with two with cross ventilation. So we're going to build it up here because hot air rises. As we climb up on this wood chip pile, we just take this little latch and we'll open it on the inside. So it's real easy to open this. And it feels a lot better in this greenhouse. We have some tomato plants covered just to be on the safe side because it got down the upper teens, lower 20s last night. So we need two of these windows for cross ventilation in the summer. Okay, we have this little opening right here that we can make a window. Let's see if Eric can make it work. Eric is going to saw the 2x4s to size to make the square area of the window. So for extra support, he's putting two 2x4 pieces so the window has some strength. These wood chips can really push on these 2x4s. So we need a lot of strength in here if you're going to mulch with wood chips. So this Hobbit Hole Greenhouse is an A-frame with just some extra straw bales that we had left building our big one. And they put these straw bales behind this device, and we have our black wall of compost here. So as these decompose, it'll heat it and throw heat out towards us. My hands look like the Incredible Hulk. Okay, so Eric is building a window frame right here. And this will be where our window is, cross-ventilated. With that window, coolers have water in them, water barrels have water in them. Okay, this window looks pretty good, nice and square. So on the east and west sides of this large Hobbit Hole greenhouse, we just put a new batch of wood chips around it. Really high. We used the tractor guy that spreads the wood chips out through our orchard. So we have a beautiful orchard. We're going to have pruned tomorrow. And this really holds that heat in, traps it, keeps it really warm. So our trees can grow clear to the ceiling and outside the windows. Okay, so he's doing some measuring. So we get this little window in. And we'll open it up, see how it feels inside. So on a farm, there's always loose pieces of plastic, 2x4s, and luckily we have some plastic that we've used. When we cleaned out another greenhouse, a lot of you worry that the plastic is going to shred up into little microplastics. But this greenhouse plastic doesn't do that. Here's how it looks after about 15 years. After 15 years of use, this plastic is still perfect. We can reuse it again and again. And here's some that we've cut out of the greenhouses we're going to use for our windows. This looks like an awesome piece, over a decade old, no microplastics, nothing to worry about. Okay, the next step is the window frame. He's going to screw that on with some hinges. We have this plastic that I just grabbed that I think blew. Oh, here it is. It's right behind me. This used plastic that's over a decade old, still in perfect condition, does not break down to microplastics like Home Depot plastic. It's just easier to rip when it's on the greenhouse, and so we have to take it off and reuse it. Okay, the next step, we're going to take this plastic and he's going to put it over the window and put some furring strip pieces over it. We probably want to have an overlap, right, Eric? Just in case we have some loose air.
Hold it tight.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to hamburger the plastic on, furring strip over that, put the hinges on, and Viva Las Vegas. Okay, so it was around 20 degrees, probably 19 out in this field. Look at our tomato plants. We did not cover these with anything in the greenhouse. Hobbit Hole Greenhouse comes through, blossoms are coming out. We're in really good shape. More tomato plants, strawberry plants. These are the dwarf yellow Tiny Tim tomatoes. So 2 thumbs up on that. All right, the window's really taking a good shape now. This is all Eric's design. See how it works when we're all done. All right, so we're using the staple gun, stapling the plastic onto the furring strips. We're going to allow a little bit of extra on each side just in case there's a window gap. We don't want cold air to get inside here. All right, he has his ninja knife out. You've probably seen these on movies, especially that movie Love Hurts. That guy uses lots of ninja knives. And Eric has one. Okay, so we're gonna add a little leeway to the plastic so we can, all the air pockets and everything are covered up real nice. You don't want cold air leaking out, leaking in. Okay, now we're putting the hinges on. And we found all of this at Home Depot. $23, the hinges, the wood, plastic was left over. Doing pretty good. He has the window in place. Put the hinges on.
Or is it just cracked?
Okay, so the next step is a hook he's screwing in so we can latch the window shut so it doesn't blow open and close on days we have this thing shut. In the summer, we're just going to leave it open. We'll probably open it really soon and just leave it.
So are you gonna increase my concrete pad or not?
I don't know if we're gonna increase your concrete pad or not. Should we? Okay, so we've cut the plastic around it, made it look nice and neat. He's gonna cut the actual window out. Gonna leave a little bit of plastic on the side so it has protection from cold pockets. As we cut this open, we do not need a huge window. Just need a little bit for the hot air to sink out with the extra window we have. That looks pretty good. All right, the window is completed. Looks really good. We have this little thing on. Pull this off, open and close it, lock it up with this little latch that Eric put on. That's latched on good. Real happy with the results. 2 thumbs up to Eric. 1, 2. Leave your 2 thumbs up for Eric and subscribe today. Hobbit Hole Greenhouses, no heaters or cooling agents required, no fans either. Here's the professional window we put in. 2 windows now in this greenhouse.